So, Season 4 is almost here, and while I am excited, I'm also a bit skeptical about where this show is going with our main characters, but I don't really have any major hopes for this season. I certainly am hopeful that we might get some better Spike episodes this season, where he isn't acting childish and out of character. A Discord that, while reformed, certainly isn't an all-out good guy now, and also a completion of the CMC's Cutie Mark arc. I'm just tired of that arc now, it needs to end. Otherwise though, I don't really have any major hopes for this season, unless you count my hope to review every episode. But before Season 4 begins, I want to list off a few arguments that I would like to see people avoid in the comments sections to my reviews. Now don't worry, I'm not going to get all big brother on you and put down a bunch of strict rules that you have to follow. These are just some basic guidelines as to things I'd like people to avoid saying. Number 1, you just don't understand. I have watched every episode of this show multiple times, I have read all the comics and both of the books that have been released so far. I fail to see how you could think that I don't understand this show, but if you do think that, feel free to explain how you came to that conclusion. Number 2, watch X's review. They make good points. Okay, feel free to tell me what these points were and why you thought they were good points. If you think another reviewer echoes your own opinion on something, that's fine. More than one person can have the same opinion. But I'd rather you make this point yourself, or just quote the appropriate part of the review, rather than making me go to another video and watch all of it just for the sake of a simple point. Number 3, getting annoyed at me just because you don't agree with what I'm saying. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's great, because I am always interested in hearing counter-arguments. It's just my opinion, you don't have to agree with it. But if you are going to go to the length of expressing your disagreement, please take the time to explain why. There has also been an incredible expansion on the reviewer community during the hiatus between seasons, and while my subscriber number is now more than 7 times what it was at the end of Season 3, there are some other review channels out there that I feel deserve more attention. So here are some that I recommend you check out. NickyvMLP. While this OC looks a bit bland and static, the content of what he has to say about both MLP and other cartoons is great to listen to. He goes into a lot of detail about scenes and plot points I would never have thought there was much to say about. Also, he's a football fan. He must be awesome. My favourite video of his? Scene Defender number 4. It's about Twy. Texeirax. Texeirax. Screw it. Danny. This is certainly an R-rated channel. If you don't like swearing, this guy is not for you. So much for Canadians being polite, eh? But if you like some awesome breaking down of episodes, as well as some hilarious improvised comedy in the form of outtakes or just talking unscripted, this channel is for you. Also, he did a collab with KP, and anyone who does that must be awesome. Kind of blowing my own horn there, but whatever. My favourite video of his? Examining episodes, Party of One. Equestrapology. Another reviewer with a somewhat bland look to her OC, although the design is nice. However, the content she produces more than makes up for this. She is certainly one of the more feminine reviewers out there, talking a lot about design and fashion. Also, those eyes. I can't stop looking at them. I'm not a huge fan of her voice, but who am I to criticise people's voices? People tell me every week that my voice is annoying. I know from experience that there is really nothing you can do to change the voice that you just naturally have. My favourite video of hers? Why first season Pinkie Pie sucked. Blind Skywatcher. That hair. Just look at it. It's like, oh my god. Awesome. Okay, maybe I should actually talk about his channel as well. He talks faster than anyone I have ever heard, and he has a lot of pretty amusing anecdotes about his actual life. He doesn't have too many review or analysis videos out there at the moment, but what he has been very entertaining. My favourite video of his? Fluttershy and Anxiety, MLP Headcanon number 1. Links to all these channels and the videos I've mentioned are in the description. Well, I'm going back to looking for a job since I've been made redundant in a month. Fun times. Enjoy Season 4! They make good points. God. He's also a football fan. He must be all. Also, he's a football fan. He must